You are listening to the Daily Gospel Reflections with Sister Cloth. This podcast is brought to you by the Paulines Multimedia. It is our mission to bring the Word of God to all peoples through sounds and images, voices, and music. Come and join us as we share with you a thought a day. A reading from the Gospel according to St. John, chapter 20, verses 1a and 2 to 8. Early on the first day of the week, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene ran and went to Simon Peter and the other disciples, the one whom Jesus loved, and said to them, "They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we do not know where they have laid him." Then Peter and the other disciple set out and went toward the tomb. The two were running together, but the other disciple outran Peter and reached the tomb first. He bent down to look in and saw the linen wrappings lying there, but he did not go in. Then Simon Peter came, following him, and went into the tomb. He saw the linen wrappings lying there, and the cloth that had been on Jesus' head, and lying with the linen wrappings, but rolled up in a place by itself. Then the other disciples, who reached the tomb first, also went in, and he saw and believed. Cheers and love to all. Today we celebrate the feast of Saint John the Apostle and Evangelist. We know him so well as the beloved apostle of Jesus. He wrote today's gospel episode, which tells us about Mary Magdalene, who panics upon seeing the empty tomb of Jesus. In her anxiety, she runs to Peter and the other disciples to inform them about the missing body of Jesus. Looking at the gospel for today, it seems to be a drastic change in the growth of the child Jesus. The other day, we were contemplating Jesus in the manger, and today, history recounts the life story of Jesus at full speed. We are now transported to the cave somewhere in Golgotha, where they buried the grown-up Jesus after he died on the cross. Yes, some of us might think that today's gospel is a diversion from this holiday season's thrills, joy, and merriment. But no, Christmas is closely knit with the Paschal mystery. One author says that the incarnation is the beginning of resurrection. Today's reading, where we find Mary and the apostles looking for Jesus in the empty tomb, indicates that Jesus has already risen from the dead as he promised. Of course, we cannot deny the fact that many of us are still enjoying Christmas, and to reflect on something that reminds us of Christ's death on a cross does not seem to blend with the season. But today's gospel reminds us that Christmas is more than a child's story. It is the narrative that paraphrases our story as a people. It points out that Christ's birth is God's expression of his infinite love for us. He sent his only Son, Jesus, to be part of our human weakness so that we may rise from our sinfulness through his Son. God sees all of us as worth saving. Only his Son could save us. In the gospel, our faith is renewed once again by the thought that Jesus has risen from the dead and that we have all the chances to grow to new life in Jesus. We find Mary weeping and longing to see the body of Jesus. The disciples, too, are in a hurry to discover the truth about the resurrection. All these are reminders, at least for me, even as I enjoy the holiday season with all the merriment that Christmas brings. I hope and pray that I continue to seek Jesus even amidst the noises and joyous sounds of Christmas carols, the fun and games, the laughter and everything around me, so that I may not forget that Jesus is coming again. I have to prepare for it. Be with us again tomorrow as we share with you a thought a day. Meanwhile, you can follow us and listen to other Apple and Google podcasts on Spotify, produced by Paulines Multimedia. Have a good day.